How's it going, guys? And welcome back to BL3's Forgotten, the series where I take a look at underused and not often talked about pieces of gear to determine whether or not they deserve to be remembered in the modern meta of the game or should be left behind and forgotten. And today we are taking a look at the Lucian's Call. If you'd like to get the Lucian's Call for yourself, there's actually multiple ways of going about this. You can either farm Dinklebot at Skywall 27 to get Ludograms, which can be turned in at Crazy Earl, which each has a 25% chance of giving you a Lucian's Call, or what is honestly my preferred method is farming it from Blue Fire during the Slaughter Star 3000. Blue Fire and Red Rain are the bosses that spawn at the final wave of Slaughter Star, which while it can take some time to actually get to, after getting there, you can kill Blue Fire and simply either die or fast travel back to the Slaughter Star, which will make you fail out of it, but you can start back at round 5, allowing you to pretty easily farm Blue Fire. The Lucian's Call is a legendary Vladof assault rifle, able to roll in incendiary, corrosive, or cryo damage. Upon storing a critical hit, the Lucian's Call will return 2 bullets to your magazine and ricochet 2 bullets to nearby enemies. Along with that, sustaining fire with the Lucian's Call will increase its fire rate up to a limit. The Lucian's Call has received quite a few changes, initially actually getting a nerf with its accuracy and handling being reduced, and much later on starting to get buffs, initially gaining 55% weapon damage, along with reducing projectile spread, and finally got another 135% weapon damage increase. Now, as I'm sure you may be able to guess from this patch history, the Lucian's Call has had quite the history to it, probably having seen about every single stage of relevancy that it possibly could. Initially, the Lucian's was one of the best guns in the game around launch, being nerfed down to a solid A tier. It would then become absolutely irrelevant with the launch of Mayhem 10 and for some time after, before slowly getting buffed back up to where it is today. And where exactly is it today? Well, it's made it into this series, so it's definitely fallen from grace, at least in the relevancy department. The Lucian's Call is an incredibly solid weapon though, pumping out more bullets than loads that I've pumped into your dad last Sunday. I mean, Mom. Fuck! It holds up well into True Molly 1 Takedown, but does unfortunately start to fall off around True Guardian Takedown. It is definitely still usable, and quite honestly, I'm sure it could do work on normal Guardian Takedown, but it does go to show that the Lucian's has unfortunately never quite recovered to its former glory. That's not to say it's not worthwhile, though. Ah, shit, hold on, I'm getting a call. Hello? Alright, yeah, you have fun with that. That was Rowan. Get it? It was a call. It was a call from Rowan. Rowan's call. Well, I guess I gotta talk about it. Lucian's often gets compared to the Rowan's Call, but I honestly don't think that this is a super fair comparison. While there is a lot of similarities in how they function, as in their effects are identical with the exception of the Rowan's Ricochet dealing splash damage, the differences are in the item cards. While the Rowan's has higher base damage and splash on Ricochet, which makes it incredibly good, it's not pumping out nearly as many ricochets as the Lucian's does. This makes the Lucian's incredibly good for any Vault Hunters or specific builds that really benefit from having so many projectiles. For example, with Flak, that's a hell of a lot of Megavore procs, and for Moze, that's a lot more short fuse. Along with that, just by the nature of having such a high fire rate and huge mag size, it inherently makes this gun better with mag size bonuses and fire rate bonuses. And being better with mag size bonuses, of course, also means that this is significantly better with ammo regen. It is incredibly easy to get a mag size of 60 to a high enough point to infinitely sustain the ammo on this thing. Pretty much any build that has access to ammo regen is likely going to be able to fire the Lucian's Call forever, which is a significantly more difficult task to do with the Rowan's Call. Again, the Rowan's Call is probably overall the better weapon as it just kind of slots into builds significantly easier, but the Lucian's Call definitely has its place. There's a couple other synergies worth noting here. First off, as with any gun that has some sort of spool uptime, that spool uptime can actually be reduced through weapon charge speed bonuses. Now, for the more interesting stuff, with Amara's Indiscriminate, you can actually get even more ricochets out of the Lucian's Call. The initial projectile that can do the usual 2 ricochets can also ricochet through Indiscriminate, which, if that impacts an enemy, will give you another 2 ricochets out of it. Zane also has a very similar interaction through Eraser, since Eraser works by creating a whole new projectile on crit. This allows him to also dupe those ricochets as well, although a little bit more difficult. But along with that, bonus projectiles have some huge synergies with with the Lucians. Not only, of course, giving more ricochets, but it actually boosts the hell out of the ammo return. With the base weapon, you get 2 ammo back by spending 1 ammo, being a net gain of 1. With a single bonus projectile, that goes from spending 1 ammo to get 4 back, being of course a net gain of 3. I know this is some very extreme math we're doing here. I hope you guys are following me. Finally here, for Zane and Flak, who can pretty easily get 3 total projectiles, that can be 1 ammo spent for 6 ammo back. So back to the ammo regen conversation, you don't even need that much ammo regen or that large of a mag. You can just hit crits with a bonus projectile and you can probably get back to a full mag pretty easily. Overall though, while the Lucian's has definitely fallen from grace and does now have some weak points to it, it's still a really solid weapon and is definitely up there with some other really good options. While it does often get compared pretty heavily to the Rowan's Tall, I do think that there is enough differences that they can peacefully coexist with one another. Because god damn it, the Rowan's Tall doesn't burr anywhere near as hard as the Lucian's does. But that's about do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that. I'll be live right after this video goes up, right here on YouTube and also from my Twitch channel, where there will be a link to down in the description below. And just under that is a link to my Discord server if you want to come and join and hang out. But with that all being said, I hope to see you guys in the next one.